Good morning, Hustle Nation. Listen, man, you're broke by design. And if you give me 45 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what you could do to fix this, man. There's no reason for anybody in this economy to be walking around struggling financially. And the only reason that is the case is because you were never taught or trained. And I'm going to show you guys today on what you should be taught and trained on. Now, it's up to you to exercise the courage to take action. Some of y'all won't take action because building wealth, transformation takes courage. So I'm going to help you with a complete financial makeover today. We're going to talk about why you're struggling, how the system has created an environment that causes people to not get the best from themselves financially. I'm going to tell you exactly what you could do, but it's up to you to exercise the courage. So do me a favor, comment in the chat where you're from, drop the name of your business and or your brand, and we're going to get to it. Let's talk about how the system is designed, right? And I want you guys to hear me and hear me clearly. First of all, if you don't know me, my name is H. Cortez, also known as the Financial Health Mentor. For the last 6 years, I've been on a mission to empower our community economically through financial literacy with an emphasis on entrepreneurship. And you're going to see why the emphasis on entrepreneurship here in a second. But when you look at how our system is created, America is a business. And if no one has ever told you that, I want you to write that down in your notes. Matter of fact, put it in the chat. America is a business. And the penalty you pay for not doing business in America is high taxes, right? What's going on, IG? I'm gonna let y'all let that sink in. America is a business, and everybody born in America is born a business owner, whether you know it or not, whether it's ever been taught to you or not. Your social security number is also a tax ID number. Now, they don't teach this up in school, and that's one of the problems. But America is a business. The penalty you pay for not doing business in this economy is high taxes, right? So when you understand that, hopefully that encourages you to start doing business, because that's exactly why it's set up this way. See, America is trying to be the world leader across the board. And as someone who was born in this country, you are an entrepreneur, you're a sole proprietor. But if you choose not to produce, not to contribute to the gross domestic product of this country, they say, okay, that's cool. You're just going to help somebody else contribute. But the penalty you're going to pay for that is high taxes. So understand that our school system will never teach you what I'm about to teach you. Because when you follow the money, it's easy to see why you'll never learn this stuff in school. Let's take a look at something. Where does the school system get its money from? The school system is primarily funded by two entities, the government and big business, right? All right, well, if we continue to follow the money, where does the government and big business get its money from? Big business gets its money from leveraging the labor of employees. The government gets its money by taxing employees. So what do you think they're going to do with our school system other than make sure it produces good employees? Businesses need employees to make their thing go. The government needs employees to tax, right? That's how it's set up. So in order for you to fix your money problems for good, you need to understand that the best thing for you to do in 2021 is to shift your position in this economy from employee only, or most of us, if we keep it real, we're employees with a side hustle, but we're not legitimizing our side hustle. See, we look at the side hustle as a way to make some cash, Cortez, that I don't have to report. And because I'm not reporting that cash, I'm not paying taxes on it. And we think we're getting over. But what you're leaving on the table is thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars in tax write-offs that could change the game for you financially. So I'm just going to run through some numbers real quick. The way this is going to go, I'm just going to talk about the problem. I'm going to offer you a solution. I'm going to offer you the opportunity to partner with me. And if you like, I mean, great. If you don't, just understand the concept that I'm teaching you today. Partnering with me is, you don't have to partner with me or any of my teammates, but I want you to understand the process that you're going to have to go through to fix your money problems for good. So to partner with me, it'll cost you a one-time investment of $228 and then $119 per month, right? I just want to throw that out there because the last thing I want to do is waste anybody's time. But also the reason I like to do that up front is because I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna earn that $228 and that $119 per month. So let's take a look at some things, right? In order for you to fix your money problems permanently, you have to understand what's causing your money problems, right? So we have inflation causing your money problems because the value of the dollar is always going down by design. That's how they set this whole thing up, right? That's not me, right? You guys are seeing it. Gas is on the way up as more people get back into society, less fearful of COVID, the vaccines and all that stuff. More people are traveling. Guess what? Gas prices going up. Is your income going up to meet those new prices, right? So you got inflation, you got taxes, right? It's all love when we're getting stimulus checks in the mail, right? But y'all know where those stimulus checks come from. They come from the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve went and printed up that money. Y'all know that every dollar the Federal Reserve prints is a debt note, which means somebody is on the hook for paying that money back plus interest. Guess who that would be? The American taxpayer. That would be us. So trillions of dollars was printed to help us out of this mess caused by COVID, right? But guess who's going to be paying it back? You and me, right? So taxes is a huge thing. Because of inflation and taxes, then we got to deal with this. Debt, right? A lot of people lost jobs last year. A lot of people's hours got cut. Those very same people, you can't blame them, but they pulled out those credit cards and they went to swiping for things like groceries, things that they need every day to survive, right? Inflation, taxes, debt. Now that you have to deal with debt, this is why we have limited investments. That's the fourth thing. Listen, the day is going to come, ladies and gentlemen, where you can no longer work because you're not physically able. Could be an accident, could just be you lived a long life, body beat down a little bit. That day is going to come. The day is going to come where you're not wanted by an employer to work, especially when you're highly skilled. You get up there in age, they find a way to cut you because they're not going to keep paying you when they can go hire 220-somethings for half your pay, right? The day is going to come where maybe you just don't want to work no more, right? But you still need an income. If we don't fix these problems, we'll never have money left over to invest that's going to carry us through our later years, right? I do a little gardening, man, and I could plant certain plants every year and they're going to produce a harvest, and I'm going to harvest them at the end of the season, and it's going to be all love. But as I get older and older, it gets more and more difficult for me to get down on my knees and till the dirt and wield the hoe and all of this kind of stuff. So to fix that, God said, yeah, you can plant stuff every year, but while you plant stuff every year, you might want to plant some trees that by the time your body wears out, these trees will be in full production mode. And instead of having to go till the earth, you just go and pick up fruit off the ground with no work. That's how your investments are supposed to be. You're supposed to be taking the money that you're making while you're vibrant and full of life. And you should be taking some of it and planting some apple trees, planting some peach trees, planting some berry shrubs, so that when you can no longer physically do the job to make the money, your money is making money for you. But if we don't understand what inflation is doing, we don't understand taxes, we don't understand debt, then there's very little left over, if anything at all, to invest. And then we got this mindset thing that is hurting us, right? We don't even understand the need for this until we're in our 50s and our 60s, right? Because when we're in our 20s and 30s, we think we're going to get rich with our labor anyway. So let's talk about what you need to do in order to attack all four of these at the exact same time. Now, some of y'all don't want to hear this, but the key to building wealth in this country is finding one or two ways to get paid for one or two things that you already love to do. Then you build a brand and a system around those things, and you will build long-term wealth. I'm not going to say you're going to get rich, right? What's the difference between wealth and riches? Rich is all about a dollar amount and time, right? So if I had a business that created $1 million a month, you would say I was rich, right? Because that's such a large number. On the other hand, if I had a business that created $8,000 per month, you wouldn't dare call me rich, right? You wouldn't call me rich. If I had a business that was making me $8,000 a month in profit, you wouldn't call me rich. But depending on my monthly expenses, I could very well be wealthy. See, what if out of that $8,000 a month, all I needed to live was $3,000? See, that business is bringing in 8. I only need 3. I'm wealthy because my non-wage income takes care of all of my expenses. Now I got $5,000 a month left over every single month to put to work for me. And that's what I want to help you understand. So how do you attack inflation, taxes, debt all at the same time, right? Y'all don't want to hear this, man, but it's through entrepreneurship. It's through entrepreneurship. See, the minute you start a business, especially when you have a job, that's why I say you got to reposition yourself in capitalism. Because the minute you start a business, the very first thing you should do is go into your HR departments and say, hey, how do I access the tax withholding certificate? That tax withholding certificate is going to allow you to legally, ethically, and morally direct your job to take less money out of your taxes, out of your check, right? So you've already made a choice. And I know it didn't seem like a choice, but you made a choice as to how you're going to make your money in this country. You got 3 choices. You're either going to make your money with a W-2, aka a job, a 1099, aka a business, or with money, aka by investing. Those are the 3 ways that you're going to make money in this economy. You're going to make money with a job, a business, or with money by investing. Now, you think, well, Cortez, I didn't have a choice. You had a choice. The way our system is designed to herd you in a particular direction. And because we are social creatures, the minute I go against that direction that the herd is going into, I feel out of place. So that's why entrepreneurship is so difficult for most people, because there's only 5% of the people in the economy going this way. The other 95 is going this way. And when I go this way, if I don't have the courage, if I don't have the strength, if I don't have the wherewithal to say, listen, y'all are going the wrong way, right? Based on my goals, I need to be going this way. But because we're social creatures, it's difficult to go against society because we want to be included. That's just how God created us, to be interdependent, right? So that's why I said it's going to take some courage for you to fix your money problems once and for all. But entrepreneurship is the way to go. So how does entrepreneurship work, Cortez, then, if you're saying just by starting the business, I can get myself a $300 to $600 a month pay raise? Yep. So you're going to go complete Form W-4, right? That's going to give you a $200 to $600 per month increase on your job for on average. Now, everybody, some people it's $100 a month, some people it's $50. Just depends on your situation, your marital situation, your children, that whole nine. But on average, $200 to $600 a month could be your instant pay raise. Now, here's the key. What you do with this money is what's important. See, we all heard it said, it's not what you make, it's what you keep. That's not 100% correct. It's what you do with what you keep, right? We got a place over here not too far from where I live called Rent-A-Rims. Rent-A-Rims. And you know what the young men and our communities who are not thinking long-term, they will take their paycheck on a Friday. If we got a big event coming up, Cardinals got a good homestand, 3-4 games in a row over the course of a weekend. You know what they'll do? They'll take their hard-earned money. They'll go and rent a car, and then they'll go rent some rims to put on the car for the weekend so they can look good for a weekend. Because our school system never taught them this so that they can look good 24/7, 365. But it takes courage to do this, right? It's not what you make, it's not what you keep, it's what you do with what you keep. So what you do with your money is going to be important, because let's just say this was $400 per month coming into your household. Because you started a business, you got an instant pay raise of $400 per month, right? Now that instant pay raise could allow you to let what's called lifestyle creep happen to you. Oh, I got an extra $400 a month in my check. Now I can go and upgrade my car. An extra $400 in my check. Now I can upgrade my lifestyle. No, this extra $400 is a game changer for you. You take 100 of it and you use it to, build your emergency fund, right? Because if you don't have an emergency fund, then you're just one catastrophe away from sliding backwards financially. So out of this 400, I might take 100 and start every month putting it into an emergency fund, trying to get to that mini emergency fund of a $3,000. So if something happens to my car, boom, I got it. It ain't no real emergency, right? You're going to take another 100 of that, and you might start eliminating some debt. Boom. Then you got 200 left. Now with that 200 left, you might go ahead and start understanding some investments and where to put some of this money at. Right? See, just because I started the business, it changed me. It repositions me from one side of capitalism to this side of capitalism, where my tax situation is dramatically different. So a lot of y'all don't realize there's two tax codes. There's one for working class people. There's one for landowners, investors, and business owners. Right? We don't have money to get over here and start investing because of taxes. Listen, let's run some numbers real quick on the tax situation. What do I do with my cap to my marker? I don't want my marker to dry out on y'all. If we run some numbers real quick, if you're making any amount of halfway decent money in this country, $30, $40, $50,000 a year, you're in the 20 to 25% tax bracket federally, right? So you're going to say, let's just say that's 25% of your income goes to federal. Then if you're in a state like Missouri, another 7 to 9% goes to the state. So 25 plus 7 is 32. Then if you live in a city like New York, St. Louis, some of these major cities have a local tax, 2 to 3%. Let's just say it's 2%. So I'm already at 32 plus 2. That's 34% of my money going to Uncle Sam. Then I got to pay a 7 to 9% sales tax on everything I buy. Let's just say it's 8%. Now I'm at 42% of my income going to taxes. or as somebody put it on my stream, going to the Federal Reserve, going to central banking, right? That's an inside joke. Some of y'all don't know that the IRS is the tax collector for the company that lends us all this money, which is the Federal Reserve, which is not a government entity, right? So if you're losing 42% of your income, it's no wonder you got a bunch of debt. And then you're going to lose another 15, 16, 18% of that to the interest that you got to pay on the debt. So this is why it's important for you guys to understand the power of entrepreneurship, and in particular, a home-based business. So just by starting a business, I'm going to get an instant pay raise anywhere from $200 to $600 per month. The other benefit of me doing this, paying down some debt, especially when I focus on high revolving credit card debt, my credit score is going to go up. Boom. Now my credit score is going up. I started a business, and you can partner with me for a couple $100, and you'll get all of this and more, right? From certified financial professionals, where I learned this stuff from, right? For a couple $100, right? But that's neither here nor there. Just understand that in this economy, if you don't want to keep getting raked over the coals, you better get in the game, right? Like I said earlier, you are already born an entrepreneur. In this country, your social security number doubles as your EIN number. You are sole proprietor, and the penalty you pay for not doing business is high taxes. Now, if you want to cut that 42% in half to 21%, start a business. See, we ain't even made no money in business yet, but we made what my mentor Brian Bean calls phantom money. See, wealthy people understand when they put themselves in a situation where they don't have to give money away, that's a win too. So now I don't have to give Uncle Sam this $400 every month because I started a business, right? Now, because I started a business, I got the instant pay raise. Now I got an emergency fund being built. I've got some debt being eliminated, so my credit score is going up, and I'm already starting to invest into my future. But watch this. Then on top of that, because I have a business and I'm running it from my home, I'm in my home office / studio. You guys see the background every morning on the Cortez Hustle Show. Now, because I'm in my home, guess what? A portion of the rent I pay every single month is a tax write-off for me. Utilities I pay every single month, tax write-off for me. You guys got the same utilities. You get to write yours off, right? You guys got a cell phone. Some of you guys are watching this on your cell phone right now. You got an internet connection. You getting to write that stuff off every month, right? Some of you guys are preparing for some travel, right? See, I don't do vacations. I do business trips because business trip is a tax deductible deal for me. I have a business that everywhere I go, I'm in business. Everywhere I go, I can talk to somebody about my business, so it's always a marketing trip. Everywhere I go, I have the ability to recruit somebody onto my team, so it's a business trip for me, right? Some of you guys, some of your meals, right? What about these little whippersnappers that run around your house calling you mama and daddy? How many of you guys got kids out there? Are your kids old enough to be able to help you in your business, whatever you choose your business to be? Sure they are. Some of them know social media better than you. Put their butts to work. You're already paying for them. Just when you have a business, now you get to write off the money that you're getting. You're paying to feed, clothe, house, shelter, and entertain these kids already. When you have a business, you learn how to shift that money through your business account, pay them a salary for helping you out in business. Now, when they get their pay, you take their debit card, their bank card, and you go grocery shopping so you can feed their butts. You take their debit card, their bank check, their checkbook, and you go to the school supply store, or you write the check for their private school tuition and you get to write it off. So I got an instant pay raise here. That's money that comes into my pocket. I save money here. That's more of that phantom money that Brian Bean likes to talk about. Now, because I took this 400 and I paid off my debts, my credit card disappeared. I took the money that was going to the credit cards and I paid that to the card note. Now my card note disappeared. Now all of a sudden I got money to invest. People always ask me, Cortez, what do I invest in? I don't know, whatever you like. The problem ain't what to invest in. The problem is people are scared to invest or they don't have money left over to invest. There's no shortage of people that you can turn to, y'all, that will help you grow your money. We're the only entity, the Extra Digit Movement and MWR Financial, we're the only entity that's helping you free up cash flow so that you can invest. So whether that is real estate, cryptocurrency, whether that is paper assets, whether it is traditional businesses, whether it is precious metals, what to invest in has never been a problem. Overcoming your fear of investing and actually having disposable income to invest is always a problem. And you fix all of that, guys, by starting a business. I know it's hard to hear, man. It's hard to hear. But our school system is so thorough in what it does. Out of one side of its mouth, it tells you how risky starting a business is. So it scares you out of starting a business. But out the other side of its mouth, it's teaching you how to ask an entrepreneur for a job. Crazy, right? Listen. They say starting a business is risky. Oh, you don't want to do that. It takes a lot of capital. You have to have employees, and they take you down this path that makes you believe entrepreneurship is risky. But then they say, oh, here's how you fill out a resume. Here's how you fill out an application. Here's how you do a cover letter for a resume so you can get a job. Here's how you conduct yourself on an interview. Here's how you dress. Here's how you walk. Here's how you talk. Here's how you sit. Here's how you answer the questions. Here's how you research the company before you go in and do it. They teach you all of that stuff. What is that doing? You're going to ask an entrepreneur for a job. So thank God the entrepreneur I work for didn't listen to the school system that told him entrepreneurship is risky. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a job. Are y'all getting it? Right? Are y'all getting it? Are y'all getting it? Right? Says, I'm loving the information, so simple. So why aren't more of us doing it? Because we've been conditioned socially. Again, it goes back to our internal wiring. See, God created us to be not independent, not codependent for sure, not dependent, but interdependent. And we're social beings. So that means we want the approval of other people. So if everybody else gets up at 5, 6, 7 in the morning and go off to a job, and we decide that we want to do something different, we have to deal with that ridicule. That's why I started this presentation off saying you got to have courage to do this. And the courage ain't about filling out some paperwork so the IRS recognizes you as a business. The courage ain't about going to your local bank and setting up a business account. The courage is being able to deal with the people in your world who are stuck going in one direction and all the ridicule and the hate that they're going to spew your way when you have the audacity to turn around and go in a different direction. That's the deal. That's why more of us aren't doing it. It takes courage. It takes courage to go against the grain. And here's the deal. And don't get me wrong, this is not a job bashing thing, right? I work the job, right? I still have a part-time job, but I run a full-time business, right? But the thing is, when you really look at the options and what's going on, they got us right where they want us. See, when I go hard for my business and I put in 6, 7, 8 years and it becomes successful, then I can hit all of those who are looking at me saying, man, you making the wrong decision. You quitting your job, man. That was a good paying job, man. You trying to do your own thing, that you making the wrong decision. So after 6 years, 7 years, I can look at all those people and say, I told you so. I bet on myself and I won. But with the employment situation, you don't get to the I told you so moment until 40 years from now. See, 40 years from now, people who have put that time into those jobs, guys, only 4% of the people in this country will be financially solid enough to take care of themselves when they get to retirement age. So out of the 96%, half of them going to be dead. So about 40% of people getting to retirement age, and the I told you so moment comes then. And they look at somebody who did their own thing, carved their own path, blazed their own trail, and they look at what they did. And what happens is they end up living with regret. It's like, man, somebody told me I was going to get to the end of this thing and I wasn't going to have much to show for it. Somebody told me I was going to get to retirement age and I was going to end up needing government assistance to make it, living with family, living off family. See, the I told you so moment don't happen until 40 years from now. That's what that's why this is a perfect model. And every few years, it seems like it's going in a different direction. You seem like you're going to start winning. You get a promotion, boom. Just got a $5,000 a year raise, got a promotion, it's on. Finally going to get some breathing room, boom. And you run that for 2 years, and then their company goes in a different direction, and your whole department is gone. Now you got to start over with another company. That's okay. I'm resilient. I'm 30 years old. I can bounce back, boom. I'm going to get with this company, put in 20. By the time I'm 50, I can ride out. Boom. So you get working with them. You start working your way up. And it's all good. You're getting your promotions. You're getting your raises. Your lifestyle is looking good. You're feeling good. Then you get hurt. And you can't work for 18 months. This is what's happening. See, they don't talk to you about that kind of stuff. When they say work 40 years, it's usually assumed that you're going to work 40 years with no interruption. The average person is going to change jobs 7 times. Nobody's retiring for companies anymore. Companies don't stay around that long. They're bought, sold, acquisitions, overseas, all that kind of stuff. So my whole deal for this presentation is to get you to understand one thing. You have to reposition yourself in capitalism. If you are making 100% of your income from a job only, you owe it to yourself to, at the very least, take a gift, talent, special ability that you already have, build a business around it, and commit to it for the rest of the year and through next year's tax season, and see how much phantom money came back to your household. See how much you were able to write off. See the benefit of being on this side of capitalism, even if your business don't make a whole lot of money. Because we did all of this, y'all, and we ain't made a dime in business yet. So what happens when we get an instant pay raise of $400 per month and our business is bringing in an extra $1,000 a month in profit? Now that's $1,400 per month. How quickly can we get out of debt with $1,400 a month? How quickly can we catch up on our investments with $1,400 a month going into our investments? What if you're really good at what you do and your profits in your business is $2,500 a month? And you got this $400 coming in because of the tax situation. Now you're at $2,900 a month. How long does it take you to pay off your student loan debts when you got $2,900 a month? How long does it take you to pay off your car with $2,900 a month? How long does it take you to pay off a mortgage when you got an extra $2,900 a month plus your check? Right? Because remember, when I take this money and I pay off my debts, my paycheck is looking real good now. Right? So listen, y'all, I had a bunch of other stuff that I wanted to share with y'all, but my wife then got up. She didn't turn on the heat. I'm starting to sweat in this doggone sweater. So I'm about to get out of here, man. But do me a favor, man. Do your own research. Don't listen to nothing I said. Do your own research. Find out if America is a business, right? In fact, America ain't a business. America is businesses. There's a reason that we are America, and we are the U.S., and we are the USA, and we are the United States of America. Those are all different entities, y'all. How many entities do you have? See, I'm trying to be like my parents. My parents, Uncle Sam and Aunt Iris, right? I'm trying to be like them. They got different entities. I got different entities, right? They a business. I'm a business. They say because I'm a business, I don't got to pay no taxes. If I follow these rules, I'm studying the rules, so I don't have to pay no taxes. Like Amazon. Amazon made $11 billion in tax year 2018, paid 0 federal taxes. How much you make on your job again? And how much of that went to Uncle Sam? Yeah, it's a game changer when you understand how the game is actually played. And if you can just get half of the money back that you pay in taxes, come on, y'all smart people, man. All of y'all can do something with that. You can build some real wealth with that, right? Yeah, join my private Facebook group. I'll show you how to get double-digit returns on your money with some long-term investments like mutual funds and stuff, man. I just want to see people win. Now, if you want to partner with me and see what my business actually is, see, I'm partnering with a company called MWR Financial. And as much as I love Susie Orman, Dave Ramsey, Robert Kiyosaki, Dr. Boyce Watkins, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, all of these guys teach some of these financial principles and strategies, but none of them give you access to a team of professionals that will help you do it. And that's what MWR Financial does for me. It gives me a home-based business. So my 228 and my 119 gives me a business. The business then allows me to market and sell a membership that will have a team of tax professionals help you with this. There's a team of tax professionals that will help you with your credit. There's a team of professionals that will help you with your investments. There's a team of professionals that will help you get out of debt. So my 119 a month, I got unlimited access to a team of financial professionals, right? You think LeBron James don't have a team of financial professionals? You think your favorite entertainer and athlete don't have a team of financial professionals? For 119 a month, you can have you a team of financial professionals too. Some of you guys are that person in your family that everybody comes to for financial advice. You're just not making any money with it. When my people want financial advice from me, I say, hey, cost you $228, $119 a month, and I'm going to turn you on to the same financial professionals that I'm using. And they're going to worry me to death with a billion questions. Hey, you make the same investment I did, and you get the same help that I get, right? So if that's you and you're watching this on my page, then just comment keyword help. And all I'm going to do is tell you my phone number where we can get on the phone, and I'll share this information with you. Whether you want to or not, that's up to you, right? That's up to you. If you're watching this on somebody else's page, they might have shared it with on their Facebook page or feed or whatever, then go ahead and just get back with that person and say, hey, man, tell me a little bit more about what I get with that 119 a month, right? Keith X says, I do 1099s. Yeah, you got options. You can get paid as a W-2. When you're a W-2, you get taxed the most. But that's cool. Some people say, okay, I'm okay with being taxed the most because I don't have to think about trying to run a business. That's cool. And they sign up for that. 1099, you're going to be taxed a little bit less. When you make the money with money, though, you're taxed least of all. And you can probably get your taxes to zero. So Victor says, help, I see you, my friend. I'm going to inbox you as soon as I'm done. And we'll have a quick conversation. And my 40 minutes of fame are up, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I said if you give me 45 minutes, I guess I got 5 more minutes. Anybody got any questions in the last 5 minutes? I guess if you got questions, I said if you give me 45 minutes, so I do got 5 more minutes. So to win in this economy, in this money game, you got to get your taxes down. You got to get your debts down. You got to get your cash flow up. You got to get your income up. You got to get your credit score up. And you can do all of that at the same time, right? Gratitude, Keith. Appreciate you tuning in on the YouTube stream, man. That is big. All right. So if you guys don't have any questions, how do I contact you again? So you can text me 314-874-6887. That's my direct cell. I'll go ahead and throw that in the chat. Says my income is like the Florida weather. I don't know what that means, my friend. Is that good? Florida weather is, I mean, compared to St. Louis, I'm thinking Florida weather is good. Is it volatile because of hurricanes? I don't know. I don't know. But you got to understand that this country we set up for business people, by business people, to benefit business people. Period. For business people, by business people, to benefit business people. So if you are not doing business as an American, the penalty you pay for that is high taxes, right? This country was built so that every citizen can contribute to the gross domestic product of the economy, right? And if you're not, that's cool. The other way you contribute is by paying the most in taxes, especially if you're single with no children. You're getting hit over the head. So till I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. Anya said, I need more income. I'm working for poverty wages. Well, Anya, reach out to me. If you're watching this on my page, reach out to me. If you're watching this on somebody else's page, reach out to them. They will help you get a couple other streams of income, right? First, even when you're working for poverty wages, just by having the business, you're going to lower your taxes and give yourself an instant pay raise, right? Jonathan Shaw said, would like to start a couple of business ventures. Yeah, man. I mean, go ahead. Ain't nothing holding you back, man. The internet has leveled the playing field, y'all. So there's no more excuses as to why you cannot have a business, right? There's no more excuses. Right? You can take a gift, talent, special ability. Matter of fact, if you go over to, let me just give you guys access to a free book that will help you guys tremendously, right? So let's see. So I'm gonna put the link in there to my book, Monetize My Life. We give you a free book and course that will help you get down the process of turning one of your gifts, talents, and special abilities into a business. I have just got an LLC, realtor license as well. That's what's up. You're on your way. You are on your way, Anya. Just be tenacious about it. Just be tenacious about it. Get obsessed with whichever path you choose. I know being obsessed is a bad word, but all the top producers in every industry spent a period in their life where they were wholeheartedly, completely obsessed with their deal. Get obsessed with real estate if that's what you're going to do. Become obsessed with becoming the best in that industry, right? All right, people. So till next time, peace out.